You're not streaming.
Confirm for me.
We're so professional.
We are awesome.
Anyway, we are now streaming.
You would also
I'll
add your
check my
Constitution
phone.
bonus, but you
When
don't. So
I'm
you just
done,
add
you
your.
can check your phone. I'm coming back there. So everybody, introduce yourselves once again. From center.
Hi, I'm Jane.
I'm Kevin.
Sarah, I'm also trying
Bill.
to...
And
Tim.
and I'm TJ.
And we are the Table Candle. And totally professional.
Totally professional.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get on to the set here, because I am both set master and everything else.
We didn't get him a figure.
Nobody got... We didn't get him a figure. We didn't get you a figure. I feel very bad about
do we
that.
have? We got a bunch of figures. Oh, these are.
I like to think I have a great figure.
No, you have a great figure. You're probably like one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen.
Thank you. Thank you.
But we're talking
You're
about
lying,
figure
but
on
it's a
here.
beautiful lie.
No, no, I don't lie. I never lie.
All right. So what is your character?
Because
Give me a quick.
Bill has come down. He wishes to be a minion, as I've been told.
Minions are cool. Minions have all the best fun. Minions can blow stuff up totally by accident and get away with it. They'll be like, what? So my character, I saw The Mandalorian recently.
I just watched it too.
Right?
Mm.
I saw it as a in
I'm
a
going to get a figure.
marathon, all the episodes back to back. So it's so
I did it in 2 days.
yep. So this is going to be like a space cowboy bounty hunter sort of concept, but just to make the cowboy thing, you know, really obnoxious, I'm a minotaur-like creature.
Okay.
All right.
So basically, I look like a giant space cow.
Okay.
It happens.
Do you dress like a cowboy?
I think I think I don't.
Yes, please. That'd be so awesome.
I think I think a minotaur wearing leather may be, you know, specious of some sort of him.
That's what makes it so great.
Well, you think we don't skin monkeys and use their pelts? I don't get offended by that. Actually, I do. Don't skin monkey. That's really mean.
I think that's
I actually go. I'm actually really against that. I was just doing a joke. It actually comes from. Have you ever read the book Monster Hunter International?
Oh, no fucking wonder. I'm on the wrong fucking...
I want to say yes.
It's by Larry Conrio or something. It's very good. Look it up. One of the things is there's a Minotaur man, and he goes, "Would it be like rude for me to call you a cow?" And he's like, "If I can call you a monkey," and he went, "Good point."
You know. I think I read some books in that series, but I don't think I've read that one.
You can actually put
I have an assignment
It's
for
good.
you.
Okay.
the file so that
Starting out the session here.
Okay.
In the Star Mage universe, there are many magic portals, because portals can, once created, a portal can be closed, it can be sealed, but it cannot ever be uncreated. So they're all over the place. Your character has discovered a magic portal. Now it's completely up to you to decide how did he find this portal, where did he find this portal, and why did he go through it?
Well,
It's a lot better than how my character got in. I was literally just dropped off by an interstellar.
so I'm a bounty hunter, and I've been tracking this guy down, and I know he went down this alleyway, and there's this portal here, and I'm like, he must have gone through the stupid portal, and he's worth a good amount of money.
Oh yeah, you definitely lost that bounty now.
Who is Any thought into the guy you're chasing? Because I incorporate all this stuff into storylines.
I think his name is going to be Treadle. He's currently wanted for, because we're a space cowboy,
I can use this.
he's wanted for bank robbery.
What's his name?
Treadle. He's wanted for bank robbery, cattle rustling.
If I might
Space cattle
interject,
What?
he also has one of my people, which are an animal, which have been illegally poached.
That's one of his crimes.
Cattle rustling?
Yeah.
Cattle rustling.
Poaching.
I don't know if I have one in
Poaching?
here. I don't think I do.
And stagecoach hijacking.
So my question is, does your character know about the whole of space and like space travel and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need
So
the
it's just
I
where you
don't
come
have a
from.
spaceship, but I've traveled on them before.
All right. So that's
I work on the frontier.
so.
I'll tell you
This is the
what,
part where
yeah,
you and me actually have to have a quick
'cause
talk.
These are
because-
my enemy notes here.
My one character, I don't know if I told you, but the one character I'm playing is also a bounty hunter.
I
boy,
think
we
we're
have
going to
two
have some
bounty-
problems, but that's okay.
Well,
Okay.
the idea is, out
here's-
of all
it's what we show you
species
on
in
the-
the known universe, my species is best known for it, mostly because we come from a long lineage of hunters, but we had to change our ways in order to, not be completely terminated by the rest of the sentient galaxy that overtook us.
Right.
We're predators. We're the predators. I'm a predator.
I've been shot.
But you decided to become bounty hunters because that's a socially acceptable version of hunting.
Yeah. Hey, you sometimes get kill bounties, and they're prized. They're like the highly prized ones by us. Even if they're like only a couple cents, they're like, we'll go after it.
Cool.
Something to look like that.
But yeah, my character's also a bounty hunter. So, personally, I saw it, and I was just like, this.
Okay.
What is
Just make
this?
sure they're different. And there's only two of them.
I'm not going after this bounty. I went after a completely different bounty on
And then we
a
can
spaceship.
swap up on the
No, a
next
space
one.
station, and I lost my ship, and I lost my previous translator because Ainun uses sign language
Okay.
because she can use the mask thing,
All right, and
but she
I'm
found
ready to
people
go.
get disturbed by that.
When we were already turned.
Okay.
Alright, so you have just defeated Black Betty.
Yep.
Her
things were gonna be
remains are smoking and sparking
Beep, beep.
on the floor.
Finally.
And so what are you? What
Are we
you doing?
sure that we can hear Tim on the microphone?
Tim, just speak up.
Speak up. Use my outdoor voice.
Outdoor
We are
voice.
outdoors. Use it.
Okay. So what are you doing? Just defeated Black Betty. You've got, as you can see on the board, you've got a door right in front of you. Or not so much a door, it's a hallway. There's no door. But there's a hallway. And it's well lit. There are torches on the walls, magical torches. And you don't see any signs of anyone in the hallway. You don't hear anything. And you've just beaten Black Betty. What are you doing? That's actually where I got the name from. That was the inspiration.
Well, naturally, the viewers have already watched the first episode. They know all our characters. You've just described your character, but you don't know our characters because this is the first time you actually sat down with us. Alex, the depressed millennial vampire, yes, she is currently sulking with the guy we caught last time. We caught this guy, and she's currently like sulking with him, and he's crying, and she's going, I know. It was rather horrible to watch all those robots just get mutilated, wasn't it? But you know what would have been more horrible? Is he just still crying?
Who's this? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
He's still just crying.
She goes, it would have been even, what?
I'm worried that nobody can hear Tim.
Do you want to check the sound?
I have been, but it's hard to hear.
Here, I'm going to change over and pump up the green.
Pump up the volume, dance.
We have to be a little quieter now, but he can probably be heard. So we're getting it. We're
You
getting
have to
it.
be quieter and I have to be louder.
Of course, Alex is currently like narrowing her eyes a little bit at the corner because she just realized that for some reason there's a portal that wasn't there before.
And not only is there a portal, but a man has just come running through it. He runs through it. He jumps over top of the elf who's laying at your feet. And as he jumps over, he looks down at you, tips his hat, and says, "Ma'am," and then runs down the hallway that you just came through.
Huh.
And you go back to talking. It's right in the middle of your monologue that he does this.
she goes, oh.
The portal that you see there you see there's very bright sunshine coming through, and it appears that it's a dusty sort of a road, and you can see what looks like the shadow of a building to one side. You can hear sounds like bird song, and it sounds like some sort of strange twangy music distantly in the background. And as you're standing there, another figure comes tumbling through the portal, and then the portal closes behind him, almost cutting him in half as he comes through. Describe your character.
I am a 7-foot tall humanoid.
Cow.
Not a cow.
Bull.
Steer.
Steer.
With a little bit of the Heifer Mountains, if you know.
Oh, yes.
Right? You know, not too elongated nose, but you know, definitely some muzzle there.
Snoutage.
Not too much. Not too much. I'm not trying to go over the top here.
All right. And you're wearing a hat?
I am wearing a cowboy hat.
You're wearing a cowboy hat.
Duster or like a tall
10-gallon
hat?
I am going to be
duster?
wearing, because I am going to lean into this as much as I can. I am wearing that 10-gallon hat. That's where I keep my extra supplies.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
So the portal you just come through, you are no longer outdoors. You are now inside of
What appears to be
a room with 4 pillars. You see there are... Now, the world you come from, it is very Western based. But is there tech there?
Yes.
All right, so you're familiar with robots and all that. You see there are
There's not a lot of them.
There are quite a few of them in this room, and they are in a very, very bad state. They're sparking. Some of them are in multiple pieces. And you see this collection of figures. One of the robots, actually, that looks almost identical to many of the ones smashed, is standing there perfectly, well as you can be.
looks like a little nandroid, like an android made. Looks very actually cute.
And then everyone describe
our characters for him. So we already said your character standing there.
It's a robotic nanny.
Mm-hmm. Sort of wearing a maid outfit.
Is cleaning a weaponry from another member of the
which
party.
is Ainun. As I said, she's a predator. She is very techno kind of looking. She has the whole backpack. She has 2 katanas.
Very edgy.
Very edgy. She has the predator mask on, but it's like bluish, like techno color with a big red streak on it. She's got a big old techno heart on her tank top. She looks like a techno punk predator.
Okay.
Like,
we've got a robot nanny, and then we've got a...
My character's name is Gilgamesh, and he's a 9-foot tall walking suit of armor that has
bear
heads on the shoulders, a bear head on the chest.
Actually crafted into the armor.
And the headpiece looks like a bear head. And then I have, for my weapon of choice, is a 2-handed warhammer that has 2 bear heads on each end. And
so you're leaning into the bear imagery.
Yes.
He loves bears.
Cool. Glowing, smoldering red eyes that come through the eye holes of the armor, and then every kink, everywhere where there is a crease where the armor joints, there's glowing red light and smoke comes up. Think
Bear fawns.
think Alphonse, but much bigger and much
Bear fawns.
You are bear fawns.
Bear
I love
fawns.
it
And
so
lastly,
much.
Sorry. My character is a quadruped alien.
Everybody's an
aquatic
alien
dog,
here.
Sort of. Her name is Wextelinas. Wexy for short. And she is currently freaked out by the big portal that just opened up in the middle of the room, so she is growling at you and the other poor sot that ran through.
Okay.
On
So-
top of the the little dog creature is a itty bitty, teeny tiny little fairy with dragon wings. She's about maybe a 1.5 to 2 feet tall. That is my other character. And T, did you mention the?
And what is
you
your
mentioned
character's
Alice.
name?
Yep.
Merlon.
Ooh, I like.
Merlon. Not Merlin. Merlon.
Okay.
Definitely want to write down the character sheet.
I got it written down.
Okay. So, my first thought is this. Hey, I'm a bounty hunter. I look for bounties. Any of these guys have a bounty on them?
Not that you know of.
He rolls. He has
I
a
got a
bounty.
roll ability,
Oh.
so my total is 15.
Not that you know of.
Okay. It says, have you guys seen a varmint run through here?
Hey, what now?
Varmint. Criminal. Bounty. Money on legs.
Inu just looks at you, and she then looks at you.
Too, so you get it.
I get it. She then sign languages and goes, "Didn't that guy run through here in sign language?
Yes.
And he takes
Can you
that
understand
and
sign
verbalizes
language?
it.
Roll for
No.
sign language. No, roll for sign language.
Okay, intelligence.
Yeah.
My total is a 3, so I suspect not.
No, you have absolutely no idea what Inu just sign language to her, and she just
Did
went,
she
yes.
just do a rude thing at me?
It could have been. You have no idea. It could have been.
Okay.
It looked kind of aggressive.
She's really pissed off.
Maybe some sort of strange alien martial art, that she's like preparing to just unload an ass with.
But and she's doing this to the maid, and she then goes, "I guess that guy has a bounty on him."
He's got issues.
Yes.
She's got issues with her health. I don't want to get involved in any domestic disarrangements here. You know, I just really
I have no
think that
idea what
you
he's
should
going on about, but
give your
We might
employees
need
a
the extra
break
help.
every now and then.
tell Alex to hire him.
Alex?
Yes.
Do you have a moment? Please?
Yeah. No, shh. I gotta talk.
She's petting the elf, bawling elf. She's on this damn.
It's just
Alright,
bawling.
We mauled in last
session. Tied up.
So
and bawling.
while these folks are, dealing with their issues and their domestic arrangements between employee,
I have never heard of
employer-employee relationships, I'm gonna is there a way out of here?
One of you talk to him to keep him here for a moment.
I'm just gonna look down the door. Look down the door.
The door is shut.
Okay, the door is shut.
Interesting.
Go up and
There's a
knock.
set of double doors, and then behind you,
Yes.
apparently where the portal opened up, there is a hallway.
Yes,
So you
robot.
have two choices. You have a door which is shut, and then you have
Rebecca.
a hallway.
Onion wishes
which
for
has got
you to
fierce
hire
magical
this,
torches flickering
I
in
assume
it.
he is also a bounty hunter.
So
the woman now suddenly cuts in and looks at you, and she goes, "You bounty hunter?" Says the weird person with the person constricted in blood. She goes, "You're a bounty hunter?
yeah.
How much was the guy that you were chasing?"
Now here's an interesting thing. Is there what's the unit of money in this universe?
Everything is gold.
So what's an expensive gun? 50 gold, 100 gold?
Oh, they get
Depends on where you get.
It depends where you get. There's guns that go way higher than that. But 50 gold is probably a pretty good top line, basic
Gun.
working man's model.
Yeah.
This varmint is so darn dangerous. His bounty is all the way up to 10 gold. 10 gold on this planet. It'll get you a mighty fine
Alex immediately looks at you.
gun, sort of.
She goes, I currently for a crime lord.
As she is speaking to you, the elf that she is stroking speaks up and says, I'll give you 25 if you kill me right now.
She goes, shh, shh. I'll match his for 100 gold to help us now,
This elf is
and I can
better
promise you
days.
more work down the line.
His face is actually lopsided because one side of his head is so mashed in by some sort of an impact that he's completely missing the ear on that side, and the other side of his face appears to have been slashed open directly at the corner of the top of his nose all the way down to his jawline. So he has seen much better, and the wound doesn't. It appears as though it was healed, but in such a way that the scar is raised about an inch off the skin.
Well, that's a mighty fine offer, Mr. Elf. But have you posted that bounty yet on a legitimate job board yet?
He says, I'll pay you cash right now, 50 if you kill me.
She goes, you can't reach into your pocket. She then throws 100 gold at you.
Well, this looks like a very nice job board right here.
She then goes, listen, we're currently trying to find one of her people that got poached. That is definitely on some sort of board. Rebecca!
Poaching? Cattle wrestling? That's definitely a crime I can get behind.
Yes.
And shoot. Repeatedly.
I wish you
Lexi's
to
feeling
do a
bit
quick
more
thing for me.
comfortable Now.
Please post on the bounty boards, any poachers, 100 gold for bringing anybody in that poached one of her people. Eveline will pay.
Oh, right away.
She then smiles because in reality it's Butters who's going to have to pay. Because Eveline's still technically on his dime.
So, just so that
You'll find out who
I can finally roll this.
Paying for what?
Where are you going?
Way over there.
So okay, I think we can work this out. However, I really think you should work out your labor relations problems because I don't want to have to get into any issues between you and your maid.
Now,
Okay.
meanwhile, nobody has actually told him that they have. Has
By the
anyone
way, Tim?
told him that somebody just ran through here and went
No.
out the door? I didn't think so.
No, literally, Ainun said we probably could use the extra help. Hire him. Throws gold and literally it's just like Ainun has now taken note of that bounty and she's going to go after it herself.
So,
100 gold is thrown and working for me, or I could leave it all behind and chase after a guy who's not even here for 10 gold. Let me think about this very. No, I'm not thinking about this at all.
Rebecca uses her indigenous. What is this called?
Diagnosis.
That's not what I meant. Memes.
Meme.
I'm using my meme power in akin to my knowledge internet. Got a 3, which adds up to 22 to post the bounty
For bringing back her people.
Okay.
Anyone poached, bring to a designated spot for Eveline. And she also quickly gives you the email to let Eveline know that she now has to pay that.
You get 15 experience.
So I have internet.
You get 15 experience for that.
All right.
And at that moment, we go to a cutscene. The cutscene is right outside the closed double doors that are right on the other side of the closed double doors of this chamber, where we see the individual who just ran out of the portal and ran through, and he stands upright. We see him for the first time. He basically looks like a 5-foot-tall humanoid rat wearing the wardrobe of a cattle rustler, and he's got his ear against the door, and he's listening to this conversation. He then steps away and starts shaking his head and goes, I always attract the dumbest bounty hunters. And he walks off down the hallway. And now we're back to the rest of you.
I mean, 10. That's a lot of gold right there.
Whoever set that bounty was really trying hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's not. It's a frontier world, man. There's only like 2 gold mines on the entire planet.
Oh.
Prices are very deflation.
Inflated.
I doubt the authority's very interested.
The authority probably thinks of his place as a giant. No way, we're not going to go there. There's like nothing there. But little do they know, there is something there. But we'll talk about that afterwards. Your planet's about to get really fucked over. I'm sorry. I just had a great idea. But moving on.
It's not my planet. I've maybe got a lease on a small part of it, but you know.
No, yeah. So, Ainun then sign languages at you and says, "Tell him my name is Ainun. Introduce us all."
Oh, okay. Well, this is Ainun. She is my master.
It would be really funny if Ainun says, "Don't introduce the Gorlakai."
Oh no, she then says, "Introduce the Gorlakai as Butt Nugget." Quick context, just because you're jumping in on this. We have a rivalry, mostly because I started a riot. He took credit for the riot. I took offense to that. So now
He
refused to apologize. Fuck him.
I see.
This is the water dog, and did I get your name?
Lexi.
Wexy.
And point of, just to let you know, I have no physical speech that you guys can understand, because it's all electro illumination, like running down my body, that I would communicate physically to my own people, but I can communicate telepathically.
Which actually brings up a
I have
point.
not
Yeah,
done anything with you yet, because I need to make sure that
you're
So
safe.
as
You're
far as
I'm not
safe.
too freaky.
As far as you're concerned, right now, she's probably a pet.
yeah,
Okay.
which I play that up. So
I'm just waiting for her to come knocking on the door.
it'll happen eventually.
This is Wexy, and Wexy's fairy friend. I suddenly forgot my own name.
Zealous.
Zealous.
I got all the names.
Thank you.
I got all the names.
I don't have it in front of me. I only have like one flip.
For shame.
I know. This is Zelif, the cute little fairy friend, which. Hi. And then, what was I supposed to call him?
Butt Nugget.
Butt Nugget. This is Butt Nugget.
How do you feel about that?
I'm glaring at you.
Glaring at her.
His glare equals that his eyes are smoldering, and there's actually.
How would you tell the difference?
They're really smoldering.
Okay.
Fire inside. If there's
Even
a
more.
fire inside that skull helmet,
It got
then
brighter.
It's gotten much hotter.
Oh, and then this is Alex. She's the second hand to the person that hired everyone here. And then I don't know his name.
Oh, Bloodbag? Say hi, Bloodbag.
He's weeping again.
Wow.
It seems that
She just became extremely cruel for some reason.
It seems that no one has agreed to kill him.
I'm going to say this right now. Her beast is currently taking over her, so she's kind of like she doesn't seem normal. Like you've seen her depressed, right? There's actually a weird feral bestial now
And there's some sadism that's like
sadism that wasn't there before, and you can tell this is not Alex.
Are her
This is
fangs
something else.
showing?
No, not yet, but there is definitely the bestial nature that is coming out.
Mr. Butt Nugget? That's a really unfortunate name.
That's not my name.
I know, it's probably a really bad translation of your native name.
No, she just asked me to call him that.
She then
You have some you really need to work on your labor relations here.
she looks at you and she nods and says, "Don't help him either." Alex at this point is just like watching it, and she nods and she goes, "Oh no, this ain't going to stand."
I can't help him either.
Alex then points at Rebecca and she goes, Rebecca,
Yes?
help the both of them. Disregard what your master says.
Well, what Alex should do is say that, consider me your master now.
Consider me. She then goes, consider me your master until Ainun cools her jets. She's going to get you killed.
You are going to explode her pretty little robo head.
You can rationalize it by saying that Ainun's being paid by the same person that pays me, so...
But
She.
Wixie's just growling
Alex
and
then
pacing
looks
by
at you,
the
and
hallway.
she goes. So here's the thing.
Do you have an awareness of where your person is at? Or do you have to look in the folder too?
Are you? This is Alex.
Well,
Are you?
Because you're physically quite close to them now.
yeah, like I can like probably.
Are you
sense
against
their
doing
mind,
anything illegal?
But like, I can get like a
Against-
general location. Like I know,
He's
you
very
know,
close.
they're close
Really,
off to
it
the left, or
depends
they're
on
close
how
off to the right.
illegal
that it's a
is
male.
illegal.
He's
You
very
know,
close.
She
Okay.
throws another
Jay-
100 gold at you.
The young male
jaywalking's
is
perfectly
very close.
fine.
She goes,
For some
okay.
reason has no
Uh,
awareness of
You
his
know,
ability.
genocide
But he's very
becomes.
close.
You have to throw a few more
while they're
hundreds
doing
at
that,
you know.
Even
blood
more
bench.
antsy.
No.
Yeah, like I'm antsy.
Okay, so
I'm
now
gonna
we
start
understand
like
each
trying to
other.
like
We're
brush
currently
up
going
against
after a
his
person.
mind while
Her
they're
person that poached.
doing their
You're going to
thing.
help.
Make
We're
it-
going
make
to get
your
this
attempt.
guy, and then we'll make sure. She looks at the portal. She goes, "Do you know any portal magic?"
Nope.
She goes, "Okay, we'll get you back to wherever you came from as well, unless you want to continue working."
And
for us."
I'm gonna use
Do you own a ship?
concentration
No.
to try and
With
really
us you will
focus my
eventually.
intent.
You now work for the Yellow Ribbon Syndicate, a
yeah.
criminal organization feeding off the
So,
underbelly of
26.
the Authority, a giant
26,
intergalactic.
you do brush
You
against
probably
his
know the
mind.
Authority.
You
They
actually find
basically
his
said,
door.
"Don't go to that planet. It
You are
sucks."
actually now
Right.
brushing
So the
up
reason that
against
tourism's
the
down
door,
is because of them.
which seems
So you
to
probably
be
don't like
locked,
them. I don't know. It's
And
up to you.
can hear what sounds like a huge growling
Okay.
beast
She goes,
on the other
So,
side of the door.
there's your run-up.
threatening You
just
for
go ahead.
brushing against his
Do you have
mind.
anything?
Did you just hear that?
He's just down the hallway.
Oh,
He's
it's
the
the
hallway
memory
that's in
thing.
front of you.
It's mine.
If you go down that hallway,
mine thing.
He's just
Okay.
down
Oh,
the
it's a
hallway.
mind thing?
Yeah.
You're very close to
So
where
don't
he
worry
is.
about it.
And they're busy carrying around.
She goes,
farting
"I didn't hear
around.
anything."
While
What?
your fellow
I
creature.
feel like
So,
I've missed a piece of character.
you know,
Yeah,
just-
I'm very
so
upset
so
at the fact
that's
that we're
fine.
taking this
That's
amount
okay.
of time.
I can work with
What's
this.
wrong with
If
you seems
there's
very
if you ask me to do
ridiculous.
something I'm not
Yeah,
comfortable with, I'll let you
I'm
know.
gonna
She goes,
I've
"Okay,
already
throw
kinda
more
started
gold."
I'm
walking
gonna
Got it.
start
down the
walking
hallway.
down
Everyone's
the
going
hallway
to
with
fucking
him.
kill me.
And me. It's on your back.
We're just gone.
Walking
And
down the hallway.
while we're doing this, I'm actually gonna try and enter his mind.
Right?
You're entering his mind or that
No,
guy's
no, no.
mind?
The doggo.
Oh,
And the
have you guys left us?
Yeah, we just
they're
left you at
leaving
this
you.
point.
They're-
Alex then gets up, she pulls the blood bag up, and she goes, "Well, let's go continue." And she follows after them. Ainun is following as well. Do you follow?
Yep.
Make another attempt. Make an attempt to get into his mind.
Okay, so concentrate.
This is what happens.
Yikes.
They just continue walking out without you.
Ooh,
They
no,
decide the
good.
plot will continue now.
16.
By the
don't
way, if you
succeed
need
in
us to
getting
like
in
slow
the
down
mind. It
anything
seems
or
that-
explain
it
something, feel
seems
free to
that
ask.
he is
All right.
reinforced-
We
the
will
door
we'll
is
stop and do that.
reinforced
Okay.
By something that's not necessarily him.
Ooh.
It's as though he's not aware of his telepathic ability because someone on the made it so that he can't be aware of his telepathic ability. It's almost as though he has been, for lack of a better term, he has been telepathically neutered.
Okay, that royally pisses me off. And you just hear me growl, and I'm just gonna take
What
off.
is the source of the telepathy? Physically, is there a physical?
Physically,
Like
yes.
ghosts.
Like, is it the tentacles? Is it the?
No, it's actually in the brain is where the telepathic ability comes. It's from the frontal lobe,
Okay.
which is why when I communicate, I don't think that I've ever actually like described this, but there are bioluminescent markings all along my body, and they are also on,
Those have been described.
and they are also on the forehead. Which, when I'm communicating telepathically, those tend to glow a little brighter. It's very subtle, but they do glow brighter.
Okay.
Because it's in the frontal lobe where all the forethought and reaching out comes from.
Okay.
Inu's just pissed off, by the way. She's just listening to music following.
What's she listening to?
She's currently listening to Daft Punk. It's a band.
Nice.
Actually, no, she's really pissed off right now. She's actually listening to Disturbed.
She's really pissed off. And you come down to the end of the hallway, and you see a cross hallway, and you see a door directly ahead of you, a set of double doors, and there are two elves who are dressed in essentially very finely embroidered green suits with darker green ties, but these suits are not like standard fair suit. Usually they have armor-plated shoulders, and there appears to be some sort of armor plating on the inside of the suit lining, and they're standing there with katanas, and they look at you as you're coming through, and they both cross their katanas across each other, and they say, "You can't come through here. Go back. Go back the way you came. You're not supposed to be here, and take your dog with you."
I'm rushing them.
Does the Gorlakai say anything?
Wait,
or
what?
the fairy say anything?
What happened is I wasn't
just
really.
rush 'em.
You weren't paying attention.
I was kind of
They were
distracted.
talking to you, not Wexy, even though Wexy's the one that was paying attention.
I'm on Wexy.
I don't think they knew.
You and
Yeah, they're looking at the big guy, though.
The more menacing big dude.
no, the only one that was listening was Wexy, but they weren't talking to Wexy.
All the
They
more
were
reason
talking
why
to
I'm
the
about
two
to
of
fuck
you.
their day up.
And they said, "Take your dog with you."
I'm really gonna start taking offense to this shit.
No, I don't think I will.
And they look and
If
say,
you
"Look,
at
I
any
know
point
you're
want to
big and
interject
you're
something,
scary
just
looking,
go ahead.
but
Don't
you're
feel
not
like...
supposed to be here."
I'm going after the one on the left.
Wait, hold on. You've declared. Do you want to say something?
I'm just going to say,
Go back in the chamber behind.
No,
no,
we're following. We're following, but I
They're
think he's going to
behind.
try intervening or something.
I'm just going to say, does this place have leash laws or something? Is that why they're so?
I turn around and I snarl at you.
Is that why they're so?
Clearly
They're so.
hear this leash law thing.
Is that why
I'm gonna
everybody's so
I'm
upset?
gonna knock on his door, and I'm only gonna say, "I dare you to try."
Okay, so quick
So
thing.
this is not a leash law. This is not a leash law
Right,
planet.
make your roll to go to his mind.
Okay.
Okay.
14.
Right, you suddenly feel somebody trying to invade your mind. Do you let them in, or do you?
Imagine it as a door. Someone has, instead of knocking, they just suddenly...
They just tried to open the door without any sort of permission. Not knocking or anything. They just tried to thrust the door open.
Well, no, that's mighty rude. I'm not going to let that person in.
He slams the door in your face. and you hear his voice on the other side. That's mighty rude.
I just snarl and like bang on the door once, and then I turn my attention back to the fucking stiff elf assholes.
And the span of time that she does this with him allows the rest of you to catch up with them, where you see Wexy standing in front of everybody else and looks like she's about to go bite this elf's nuts off.
Is this Mr. Bloodbag's friends? Could we talk with them?
Alex walks in front with Mr. Bloodbag, and she goes...
You see one of the elves raise his eyes and says, "Alec?"
She goes, Alec, he wouldn't tell us his name. We called him Bloodbag. Alec is now an our employee, and
Please kill me! Someone please kill me!
she goes, he's having a hard time adjusting. I have yet to get him to our Zemitzi friend.
The two elves both look. One of them whistles, and you see figures coming from both ends of the other hallway. Roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
So, obviously, communication has apparently failed.
I think so.
Well, the elf that she is torturing at the moment, apparently they know it. They know each other, and they see that he's being tortured, and they don't seem to like that any more than she likes being called.
18.
I wasn't
Normally
calling
I
her a
don't
dog.
mind. Just right
I was
now,
asking
everyone's
if
being
this planet
needlessly
has leash
pedantic,
laws.
and it's pissing me off.
By the way, a very quick thing. I'm
No,
going
right
to
now, you're my
interject, Tim.
buddy. You are my
For
battle
a
buddy.
brief
You
moment
are my
during this combat, Ayn has been following the
I am the
background, right?
squishy.
She's
We covered
pretty pissed
the
off,
three
right?
names.
She blinks out of
Everybody
existence.
is a squishy.
She literally blinks out of existence for a moment. Roll with however you want to do it, but I just don't want her to be in the combat. It's just going to take up too much time, and I'm willing to put her to the side because Alex didn't really initiate combat in the previous one, so Alex will take more of a center stage with this one. That also allows more time for you to jump in and play. So
Can I have one more?
do whatever you want with her, but she is just blinked out of existence and will blink back in after combat.
So how do we handle initiative?
I'm doing initiative.
So he's doing initiatives. We're going to roll it 3 times because at the bottom of every round it refreshes and we re-roll. But
Okay.
we're just going to roll 3 times and give him the initiative.
That was also cocked. That was really nice.
The total?
No, not the total of all the initiatives. Just we're giving him 3 numbers.
Right.
And remember to add the number. That
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
plus.
ready for
Yeah.
him just yet.
Ooh. Well, hello. We have a mock friend.
And if anybody wants to figure out why we're outside, it's because look at how many people there are, and you've seen our other set. So we're outside. That's why it's really dark, and we apologize. We only got 2 powerful lights.
Woo!
I'm ready for initiatives now. 3 rounds worth.
Bill?
My first 3 is 19, 12, and 16.
Okay.
21 for Alex. 20 for Alex.
You suck.
For Zealot, she gets 10, 9, and 8. I literally rolled an 8, 7, and 6.
How are you doing, by the way? I'm in with you. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing
And
Are you having fun or are you not?
Rebecca gets a
I just want to make sure because
Just let me-
11,
let me just
13,
help you with your labor
and
relations
9.
issues because obviously you
11,
and your
13, and 9.
robot maid have to work out your contract
Alright, I
or
have
something because
18,
you know,
21,
true.
and
you're
24.
very aggressive gesturing toward her. What is she supposed to do? Read your mind or something?
Sign language. But she's just disappeared out of existence. It's actually pretty freaky. Actually, you know what? The only person who knows that Ayn has flickered out of existence is him. Like literally, one moment she's there, you blinked and she's gone.
Okay.
Welcome to our Hero Builder sessions where we just do whatever the fuck we want.
You know, I feel that the turnover rate for Evelyn's company is rather high.
No, she's going to come in. She's
And
going to come
under
in after after the combat. But I just don't want her slowing me down. The combat.
I know. I'm just making it funny.
I know. I understand.
You still need to give your
Do we
initiative.
have
you
the
given
onions
yours?
on the board?
Is
already
this
did.
correct?
Oh shoot!
I'm going to have to come over and look.
Oh, my initiative rolls were 18,
I have,
22, and 12. Sorry,
I think I
There's
got-
2 at each door.
I was waiting for him to go, and I didn't hear him go,
I'm sitting right next to you.
and I wasn't listening.
Fair point.
Tim,
Fair point.
we have 2 at each door.
There should
Which
be-
model is mine?
The model is
the
back
The
here.
middle door should be green.
Okay.
I'll tell you how many steps you are from anything.
Okay.
And then take one of the blues off of each door, and then put 3 of the red beads on each, not the middle door, but the 2 side doors.
Jane, also check to see if the stream is still going on. Or to make sure it's nice powered.
It looks like it's still going on.
How many red beads did you
Hopefully.
say?
3.
3 on each side.
Is there a green square in the bottom right-hand corner?
Yep.
Okay, that means it's still streaming.
I need one more.
Just turned red.
That's not good.
Kind of fluctuates white, now it's green.
Maybe a hiccup.
It's changing colors. Now it's green. Solid green. It went from red to white, then back to green.
It'll do that. It's just how I'm using the laptop. It's not as good of a streaming.
Okay. And what you see coming, you see
Correct.
Yep. You see the 2 guards. Then you see 2 very large, very beautiful gold dogs. They were picture golden retrievers, but much larger and with more eloquent hair. The fur is almost lionian.
All right.
And the tails, rather than being a big bushy dog tail, almost looks more like a lion tail. These creatures are charging, and then there are on each side 3 much more simply dressed elven guards who are carrying what appear to be spears. And the dogs are charging at you at great speed. And so they are the two blue figures are the dogs. And both of them, where is Wexy out in the hallway? She was like...
She's out in the hallway. And also, Jane, make sure that camera is pointing.
And so is...
Gosh, I do everything,
so is
don't
Gilgamesh.
I?
Closest. Kevin, make sure that camera's pointing.
Gilgamesh should be out in the hallway too, because the two of you were...
Yeah, we walked on.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where our 3 characters are pretty much right there in the hallway.
Yep, so put them out
Okay,
into the hallway. And one dog is attacking Wexy from that side, the other is attacking Gilgamesh from that side. They've just cleared that distance.
Yeah, that's their movement action.
And they are both making an attack. Armor classes for both of you.
20.
14.
Missed. And Gilgamesh is hit.
Well, of course. I'm not the tank.
There's combat. Literally, that page will get you
And
through
Gilgamesh
combat.
takes 10 points as the dog latches onto you with surprisingly powerful teeth.
Essentially, you have 2 actions. You can do one of those
And
things
next
based on
is-
how many actions.
Alex.
Alex goes next.
Alex goes.
She's in the background.
Oh,
Well,
right back
actually,
here.
she did technically come up, but she's not in front of everybody. They just saw him. So go ahead and put her with everybody else, because that's where she would have started. Well, she just sees these things attacking, and she doesn't seem to like it. But first, she's got to get over her manic depression. She passes it. So she's going to definitely help out. She looks at the one guard.
Can you even see him?
Yeah.
Wexy's technically shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him over her.
I'm like 3.5 feet of shoulder.
And then you have maybe a foot over you because she's sitting on you.
She did point at the guy, and she makes her attack against his will.
Is it one of the, which guard is she attacking? The green or the dots?
One of the greens.
The green.
Okay. She's attacking his will.
Attacking his will for 18 plus 8. 21.
She hits.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. And of course, domination. He is now confused for 2 rounds because he has just become extremely depressed with this entire situation.
And
You just see like her point and dark energy just goes towards him, and then suddenly his face just goes just like Alex's, just going.
and suddenly he.
My kids left
Suddenly
me.
he locks gazes with the elf that's on the floor, laying at your feet, and he goes, "Oh, I understand why you want to die so bad. Please kill me too."
Oh my god.
Damn!
The worst part is that you just make me want to hug these characters. And Wexy just wants to tear out their throats.
And next is the guards. And the guard that you have just done that with is confused.
So he might make an attack at somebody.
And no, he turns around and starts beating his head against the wall going, "Why? Why?"
Wow.
Why must I exist?
The other one,
We would end all wars if we weaponized depression. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What does the other one do?
and the other one says, looks, and for some reason, I don't know why the dice chose this, for some reason he blames Wexy for this fit of sudden depression, and he says, "I don't know what kind of a fucking dog you are, but you're dying." And he lashes his katana, which suddenly electrifies, and you see what looks like a whiplash of pure electricity crosses the distance between him and you. What is your reflex?
Reflex is 14.
And he hits you,
Question.
and you take 11 points of electricity damage.
Hold up. Zelith is on her back.
Yeah.
It's electricity.
It would also affect her technically.
Well, let's see what the dice say.
There's nothing
What
in the
is
rulebook
your-
that
what is
says
your
that, but
reflex?
it just
Same
makes
thing.
common sense.
Wait, no.
14?
Wrong. 11.
He rolled crap against you, so you didn't. You managed to
flutter
describe
off.
how you
Dang it.
evade the electricity, because his attack on you was shit.
I fluttered up just a little and avoid any contact with
I was about to
Wexy.
say I would have seen it coming, so I'm gonna like give her like a little shoulder bump
Uh,
to help.
So we both worked together. It was like a
And-
bump flutter.
She my squishy. She can't get hurt.
And next is our newest
Merlon.
Merlon.
All the way in the back.
And
You know-
for some reason you can't seem to comprehend. These people have just gotten into a fight. In fact, unless you're completely off your rocker, the dog started.
Dogs are serious creatures. If you don't see, this is why many planets have leash laws. This just happens all the damn time.
All right, so what do? Are you going to get into this fight, or
But you know what? Since I'm a space cowboy, I have skill animal wrangling, and I have command animal. So
you command the dog?
He can try.
Yeah, go ahead and make
Go
it
ahead.
work, but since she's not a dog, it may not work.
well,
Well, he doesn't
No,
know
he doesn't know. He thinks you're just a dumb beast.
because he shut me
But-
out.
Yeah. He didn't know. It was
Wait.
I love
let
James
me
Space
just-
Ghost.
Guys, let him talk. Let him talk.
my thing is her critter thingy that still needs the leash. It's just snarling with its other critter, right? They haven't hurt each other. Maybe they're just working out position issues, right? Who's the alpha, who's the beta? I'm not that worried about that. Mr. Butt Nugget. No, wait, he has a real name. That was a lie. But he didn't get a chance to tell me his real name, so he's going to be temporary Butt Nugget. He got bitten. And he obviously doesn't know how to handle dogs, so I'm gonna.
roll.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Side dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You just gave me an inspiration. Oh my god!
15.
On your planet, the dog-like creatures that are common all over your planet, this kind of aggressive savagery towards each other is typically a male and a female in a mating dance.
So they've got issues they need to. Her critter and that critter, it's got issues. I'm just getting in between romance never ends well for anyone. Really. So I'm just gonna stay out of that romantic entanglement.
Do you do anything, or you just step back?
But
and-
Mr. Button Nugget, he doesn't look like he's got interested in that sort of relationship. I'm not judging. But I'm just saying, that amount of blood is usually not a good sign. That's not a good relationship. You need safe words.
Strangely enough, he's not bleeding. He's smoking.
He's smoking. You need safe words before you get engaged in that sort of relationship. So, I am just going to tell Mr. the doggy that has obviously not learned how to handle relationships properly, just to heal and to stay and just sit him down.
Make your roll.
Make your roll.
And so we can just stop this whole thing, and then we can talk with Mr. Bloodbag's friends.
It'll go against its will.
And I rolled a 13. I don't know what my bonus is at.
It will be probably charisma.
My charisma bonus is +1, so that's a total of 14.
And what is your proficiency for the power?
We didn't get into those specific
What are your
details.
proficiencies?
He has whip, pistol, command.
Command.
Yeah, command animal.
Command. What is your command? Is it +1 for his command?
Yeah, currently.
Yeah.
So he got a 14.
Okay.
Or no, he got a 15. That's just barely a hit.
Okay. So the doggy is just going to sort of sit back down and
This is the one that's attacking Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Mr. Butt Nugget.
Butt Nugget.
Mr. Temporary Butt Nugget.
Yes.
So what do you say?
T-butt nugget.
Heal.
Suddenly the dog lets go of Gilgamesh's arm, sits down and looks at you in a very curious manner.
Good boy. And that's my one action.
Alright,
Actually, technically, that's a skill action. You still have 2 actions. Because the skill action is free. You can
Okay.
do another skill if you wish. But that will cost an action. So
I
you
wasn't
still
sure
have 2 more things.
proficiencies counted as a skill
Oh, I
action.
thought this was power he used.
No, this was not a power. This
He has a skill,
skill.
of command animals.
Oh, okay. I thought it was actually a
No.
power.
No, it's
Well,
fine.
I've got an animal wrangling skill, and I have a command animal proficiency. So
It would be his animal wrangling skill, which would still be
That's
heal.
skill.
He should make it into a power. Be
Yeah.
a pretty cool power, actually.
In the future.
okay,
Heal.
so actually my animal wrangling is actually a +6, so I made it
Definitely
easily.
hit.
Total for 19. So that's one thing, and
You can hold your actions, by the way.
I think I'm going to hold my actions to sort of see
See how things develop.
All right.
see how things develop.
Next is Gilgamesh.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Can I, what if I'm holding my actions? Can I just sort of interject whenever I want?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
From here on out, you can step in, and that's what
At
happens.
any point.
That's what I'm going to do. I've got 2 actions I'm
Right.
holding.
Gilgamesh is next.
It bit you. He said heal, and now
Dog
it's not
let go
attacking
of you
you.
and looked at him. Suddenly, Puppy's behaving itself.
Not that one. I don't know if anybody can hear it, but our dog is yapping in the house
Apparently going
like
nuts.
a nut.
What's even better is that you pointed at me.
Don't call Sarah a dog.
Well, I mean, I am a
Yeah, things will
bitch,
keep it more
so...
interesting because Wexy will be
I wasn't
back
going to say
with
that,
Gilgamesh.
but I was thinking it.
What do? You whack the dog.
Can you pass
I
this to
whacked
Sarah?
the other dog that was
Can you pour me
hitting,
some Fanta?
that was attacking Wexy.
How close are you? Do you have to move to do that?
I'm on the other side of Wexy.
Okay. Can you reach it from where? Because I can't really see the board very well.
I mean, if I have to, I'll just
with
make
him.
I'll just make a 5 foot step.
All right. I wasn't sure how close together you were.
So technically now I can actually hit both of those doggies.
Yeah, you actually can hit both those dogs.
So I'm gonna hit both of those doggies. You might want to duck.
I'm
I would really suggest determining what your safe word is first before you re-engage into romance. I'm just saying. I'm just the voice of experience.
At this
Just
point,
giving you some advice. That's all. That's all I'm going to say.
is bestiality allowed on your planet? Because I'm beginning to become this her.
Make your attack, Gilgamesh.
I'm not saying.
I got a
bestiality-
nat 20.
Sometimes people get confused because
He's
there's lots of
already a
aliens.
beast.
You know.
That's true.
There's no
You know. Sometimes it's a little bit hard.
So I got a.
You find out
So
the
I'm gonna
morning
do- I have,
after you wake
max
up
damage
and
pretty
you
much.
realize that the thing you're.
Jay, are you okay?
I broke her.
22
What
points of
did you
damage
say
to
to
both of
her?
them.
Right, they both fall back. They don't go down. As you whack both of them. It seems that Mr. Butt Nugget's not very forgiving, because he just whacked the hell out of both dogs.
Mr. Temporary Butt Nugget until I learn his real name. I don't want
So
him
that's
to
a
get
no-go.
offended. That's why I'm putting temporary in front of it.
Mr. TBN.
And next is Wexy.
That is very concise.
A hammer just whistled over your head and
TBN.
smacked
Okay,
the dog that's
thank
been- made an attack on you.
Temporary butt nugget.
Okay,
TBN.
I'm going to jump on it while it's down and hopefully finish it off.
I love that the Strider is being such a tank. I would even say like maybe you should when you level up switch to attacker because it's really you're acting like an attacker. This is the first time.
Very much acting like an attacker.
So I honestly think like
I like the extra movement though.
Attackers get extra movement.
They do?
Yes.
Okay,
They
yeah,
do?
I might have to go back and look at that then.
They're supposed to have extra movement. Not as much as the Strider has.
Because I'm like going for like maneuverability. Like I want to be able to get anywhere in
Attacker
combat
is
that I
a
want.
big fighter who relies on speed, but also carries heavy weapons.
gets to initiative but not
Well, they
extra
should,
movement.
They should have extra movement.
we'll do it for the update for the book.
We'll tweak it.
So she's jumping onto the dog?
I'm attacking the other
And I'll
dog.
give you some extra hit points too.
Huh?
Okay.
Some extra hit points too.
I'm just going to
You were
say
asserting
that...
your dominance?
You are going to be on my list at some point.
All right, make your attack.
You must assert your dominance.
Hang on, I think he's interjecting on the attack.
No. I don't want to get involved in this sort of romantic entanglement. It never ends well.
Never ends well. Are you okay, Jane?
You spring on the dog.
It's okay.
Who darts backwards out of range.
No.
Your teeth snap while midair. It's definitely a mating dance.
Welcome to Hero Builder, where we talk about romance and how
In the
to
middle
avoid
of
it.
combat.
While
So you were
This
just
is
here talking
happening.
to these people, and our dog decided to get fresh
Apparently
with
your
their
dog-
dogs.
Apparently, either
While-
your dog or their dog or both dogs are extremely horny. Maybe it's a mating season.
They really should have told me this up front.
But then who knows with alien dogs? I mean, there are so many.
Technically, Alex has not used her skill check yet.
I mean, there's
I
so
have
many
one more
species.
thing that I wanted to do on my turn.
Then go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm
Feel
gonna
free.
try and brush up against the other Venceril's mind and try and the other water dog
Okay.
and see if I can get in there again. 21.
21. You managed to force the door down. You charge the door, and you see another one of your species staying there, and he promptly attacks in your mind.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh, now it's a battle on two fronts.
Uh-huh.
I'll take it.
He promptly charges in and latches onto your throat. Inside your own mind. Now Wexy is like suddenly gone to this trancey sort of a state, like she's not there in her mind anymore.
Oh, ow.
And next is
Spicy.
Rebecca.
Shut up, you're not helping!
Rebecca.
A quick thing. I know we're still in the first round of combat, and Alex's turn has passed. But can I say one thing?
What?
Alex immediately looks at your very horrified face at this mating dance ritual failure, and she like looks at you and she goes, "You get used to it."
I will murder you all.
She
in
doesn't
your-
think she's
not
interpreted it
cry
as
about
like maybe you've not seen such horrid things happening so far.
I'm gonna need an extra 5 gold
It's gonna get worse
for my
in the next
for my
round.
therapist.
He's just broken.
We work.
It's gonna get
It's
worse
okay.
in the next. It's Rebecca's turn.
Okay, thank you.
I actually have a great therapist. She helps me with my depression.
She does a very good job of
I
it.
think she's
Oh
broke.
yeah.
I think
Before I
we've
would just
broken
hang out
Jane.
in the corner and not do anything.
Error.x has stopped working. Error 4 blue screen of death.
It's gonna get worse next round. I'm warning you.
Is something the matter?
I have no idea
Are you
what's.
okay?
They're breaking Jane. And I don't know. I keep missing the breaking of Jane.
Should we
You were the one who did it last time.
Should we
This one
skip
is you.
Rebecca?
Are we skipping Rebecca?
Yes.
Why?
Blue
She's
screen of
broken!
death. Blue screen of death.
Alex broke her in the middle of the before the combat even began.
Oh yeah.
And
Don't follow your master. I
jeez.
own your master, so you follow me. But contract. But what?
the
404. File not found.
alright, the red dots at the end of the hallways. Put them up to fighting distance. How many spaces do they have to move to get up there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6. That's an action.
That's all they get up there, and the ones on Gilgamesh's side, they've all 3 attacked Gilgamesh.
Of course. Who wouldn't attack the big thing in the room?
They all 3 miss, and one we got a 1.
Fail wheel. Where's your handy dandy?
My phone's over there. Go get my phone quickly.
Oh jeez.
We are super.
We have a fail wheel. Which, by the way, if you want to put anything on the fail
It should
wheel,
be close
just
to
suggest
the
it. We'll put it on.
computer.
The ones on the other side also attack
Quickly!
Gilgamesh. And we got another one.
2 ones.
Mate.
And 6 enemies attacked you, and not a single one rolled higher than a 6.
And we have 2 1s, right?
Okay.
And 2 1s.
2 1s. So
So if we're going to be adding stuff to the fail wheel, confused with a mating dance should be added to it after today's.
probably.
It's about to get worse.
All right, first wheel. First wheel spin. What do we get? Oh, hero's choice. So we get to pick the one's failure.
That was so
By the way, it was so close to insult to God. Weapon flies 7 spaces away.
The one that attacks Gilgamesh attempts to throw his spear at you, and the spear goes about 10 feet over your head and flies all the way down the end to the other end of the hallway.
Oops.
And who was the other one attacking?
And they're both they're the elven guards.
It's on the
All
other
right.
side,
The
I
other
guess.
one- what? It was heroes.
It was hero's choice
Gilgamesh gets to choose.
because it's attacking him.
Do you have a
How
spear?
does he fail?
I mean, it's a hero's choice. You can actually pick anything on the fail wheel if you wish.
Insult the god.
I mean,
Why not? I'm insult to God.
it's just insulted the god.
And
It's our favorite one.
Okay.
and he charges through in muttering something as he does so, and suddenly what appears to be a giant scaly paw appears down through the ceiling out of another portal, grabs him and yanks him up through the ceiling, and he's gone.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Why do I have a feeling that was Shindraga?
Because it probably was.
So giant paws coming through the ceiling.
Wow. Okay.
My job description is getting really difficult, isn't it?
And
Who's next?
if you're gonna we're at the end of the round, so if you're gonna interject something, you have to do it before we start the next round.
Okay.
That was
Yep.
the last action of the round.
All right.
No, actually, Zelda.
I was about to say, I know we skipped Rebecca, but
let's let Zelith go.
were you hurt at all yet?
I took 11
Another
points of damage,
example
right?
of
So I'll
why
heal you.
this planet needs leash laws.
I am going to murder
Definitely.
you.
Giant paw
didn't
came
hear
down
this
from
one.
the ceiling through a portal.
I didn't hear this one,
If
but I
Somebody was on a
leash.
leash. These things wouldn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
It's about to get worse
Oh boy.
because they're using their power next turn, and I already rolled for it, so
Oh boy.
I know what's going to happen, and it's
8 points of damage.
it's
Or
going to get
heal.
worse.
8 points of heal? Okay, so...
What?
Alex is already at rock bottom.
You can only go
All right.
down from there.
Are you
You're
done?
going to interject. She just healed.
She just healed.
Somebody.
So
Me.
I'm right in your head. I just pet you and you heal better.
the guy that's bashing his head against the wall. I am going to whip my whip out at him, and once I've hit him with the whip, I've got the power held. So then I'm going to just hit him with
So-
a hold power to immobilize him.
All right,
So you
so
have to
make your
He's too busy
My
paying
whip is
attention.
a +8, so 8 plus 14.